Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our Formula One Analysis podcast. Today, we're diving into the Azerbaijan Grand Prix, a race packed with drama, strategy, and questions that every team will have to answer moving forward. Let's start with the obvious. Max Verstappen. Once again, Red Bull delivered almost a flawless performance. Verstappen controlled the race from the very beginning, managed the gap perfectly, and the tire strategy was spot on. But here's the big question. Is this dominance purely the result of Verstappen's talent and Red Bull's execution? Or is the gap in car performance still so big that the others simply don't stand a chance? If it's the second, we might be looking at another one-sided season. But the shock of the day? Carlos Sainz with Williams. Yes, Williams! A team that many had written off. With brilliant driving, a risky strategy, and some help from rivals' mistakes, Sainz secured a podium finish. Now the real question, was this just a one-off miracle, or does it signal that Williams might actually be climbing its way back toward the midfield and beyond? Mercedes also had a solid performance. George Russell quietly drove a calculated race and grabbed second place. But let's be critical here. Was this podium a true sign of Mercedes' progress, or was it more about capitalizing on McLaren's failures? If Mercedes really want to return to championship contention, a single podium won't be enough. They'll need consistency and raw pace to prove it. And now, McLaren. Slightly sharper tone. Oscar Piastri ruined his race almost immediately, a jump start followed by a crash into the wall. Mistakes like that at this level are simply unacceptable. So, what's the problem here? Is it just pressure on a young driver, or does it reflect a team environment that still doesn't give its drivers the focus they need? And then there was Lando Norris, victim of a disastrous pit stop. A few extra seconds, and he lost multiple crucial positions. This wasn't bad luck, this was systemic weakness. Why is a team like McLaren, with its resources and history, still so fragile under pressure? Williams had a mixed day too. Sainz delivered brilliance, but Alex Albon's penalty cost him dearly. That contrast highlights the lack of consistency we often see in teams that are still trying to rebuild. The question is, can Williams close that gap between their drivers and their race operations? All in all, this Grand Prix reminded us of one thing. In Formula One, even the smallest mistake can completely change the outcome. Red Bull still look untouchable. Williams created a shock podium. Mercedes hinted at progress. And McLaren? They need to wake up, fast. Now it's your turn. Who was the real hero of this race? Verstappen with his dominance? Sainz with his miracle drive? Or Russell with his calm execution? And the bigger question, how can McLaren break free from this cycle of mistakes? If you enjoyed this analysis, don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and share your thoughts in the comments. We'd really love to hear your perspective. Until the next episode, take care and goodbye.